Hey, I'm in a teddy bear kind of pajama mood today, so this looks fun. Anyways, I'm at the gym early. I got about 15 minutes I gotta wait. And, I have a gym in my apartment building, and it has a wonderful Precor weight system, but I really like hydraulic weights, and so I signed up for this circuit gym. You guys remember Curves back in the 90s? Yeah, it's one of the last remaining curves, I think, on the planet, but I love curves. I don't know what it is about doing a circuit that I just love. Anyway, I'm jumping on. I'm trying to carve out time. I'm playing a lot of catch up. Just got back from WitchyCon of the North. I won that first place at the Labyrinth Masquerade Ball. I'm still high on that. But anyway, I did get a chance to do some updates to the sites, and I did list 3 of our Yule / Saturnalia / Christmas products. So the first one I want to talk about is the wassailing ritual honey. So this is actual ritual honey for wassailing ceremonies. Let me explain that a little bit. I think when people think wassailing, they think of like ancient England practices for farmers or orchard owners, and that's just not really all it is. Wassailing is a tradition very similar to caroling back in the day. Carolers would go door to door, and the owners would give them like this cider or ale from a community cup, because I guess COVID wasn't a thing back then. So they would all drink from these community cups, fun stuff. I mean, they survived. I mean, this was before or after the Black Plague, so maybe, I don't know. Anyways, I'll have to look into that. Anyways, the point is, wassailing was also done, yes, at orchards, but it was very Hellenistic. It had Hellenism background to it. So at the apple trees, they would leave offering for Aphrodite, for Eros, and get this, because I used to offer it. I don't know if you guys remember that 4-day prediction kit I used to sell that required an enchanted apple, and you were to do all these special things with this apple. I would send you this kit, and then in 4 days you were going to have a dream about your husband. That actually worked for a few of you. Some of you didn't have much luck with it, but it's one of those ancient rituals, and so they would use those apples as ritual apples and leave offering at those trees. That was part of wassailing. The other part of wassailing was ancestral trees. A lot of families, they have very special trees and very special orchards that are connected to their bloodline, and they would leave offering there. Bread, liquor, wassailing honey, things of that nature. So it's a lot more than just like that ancient farmer kind of tradition. It has an extension into a lot of branches of spiritual belief systems and practices. So I am selling the wassailing. So I am selling wassailing ritual honey this year. It's a 1.5 ounce glass jar. It's adorable. It has like a little bee pendant on it. It comes with one of those little wooden spoons. You can put a dollop in your own wassailing ritual beverages, or you can leave that as offering at trees, especially apple trees if you're Hellenistic, a Hellenic pagan, if you work with Aphrodite for blessings into the new year, into 2026, or if you are looking to have liminal space interaction where you can predict or see maybe a flash of your future partner. So there's a lot of different things you can do with this honey. It's all in the listing. It is available on Etsy and the Means website, so check it out. I even wrote out the history of wassailing on there for you. I'm not going to get into it on here because I always do these really long-winded videos, and then I don't get a lot of views because it's too long. All right, second item I have is our Yule / Saturnalia / Christmas blessing oil. It is a dressage oil or a contact spell oil. Oh, wait, wassailing. Let me go back to wassailing. Boy, you guys, I'm sorry. I wanted to let you know I did use the ritual historical elements. So you're going to see in that ritual honey organic rose petals, mugwort, juniper berries. I'm trying to think what else I used in there. Oh, whole cloves. So all of that is part of the historical recipe for ritual use. Anyways, all right, back to the Yule blessing oil. That does have components of both cinnamon and clove essential oil, so it smells amazing. It also has mistletoe, so it is not for consumption work at all. Okay, contact spell and dressage spells only, you guys. Mistletoe, oh my gosh, that also has juniper berries. There's a whole slew in there. If you look it up, if you look on the listing on both Etsy and on the main site, I do list out what's in there. I do list out a whole bunch of uses. But I personally, for the blessing oil, I like to use it to dress my doorknobs, especially I have company coming over. I put drops in my shoes before I go to relatives' homes that maybe I'm not on good terms with, or they kind of irritate me. I use it as a hand rub this time of year. If we go to the casino, you know, usually Thanksgiving night, I'll take the girls to the casino. So there's a lot of things you can do with that oil. I did list that in the listing. Abundance, prosperity, love, attraction, glamour, influence, persuasion. Same thing as with sailing. The intents are pretty similar. So check that out. And then the third and final listing I finally got up today was our runic custom wreaths. They are adorbs, okay? So check those out. I kind of explain how that works. So basically, you get a runic wreath. Okay, so the runic wreaths, I absolutely love these. So for my Norse pagans, you're going to love these. Basically, they're little 2.5 or 4-inch wreaths, and I do a runic divination, a 1-card divination on what energy you're going to need to pull in the most going into 2026. And I will do an MP3 audio reading and send you a photo of your card, but then I make you a wreath that I ship to you that you can put on your Christmas or Yule tree. You can use as a door hanger, put it on your altar, just to kind of pull that energy in. But they're adorable. I love making them. I'm actually making an entire set of all 24 runes for my Yule tree this year. But check those out. Those are both on Etsy and the main site as well. And then just a quick offshoot, I did put in a retrograde defense service for the month of November. That will be our special community group service this month. I know everybody's busy with the holidays, so I'm trying to keep things simple. You can check that out. It's on both Etsy and the main site. And I did finally get our first course into the witch school shop sections, both on Etsy and the main site. The first course we're doing is an introduction to geomancy. So if you're an astrologer, you probably are very familiar with geomancy. I love geomancy, but it's basically an introduction to what it is, how to do it, the background of geomancy. You receive 3 PDF docs that kind of break everything down. And then if you need additional guidance, of course, I'm here for you. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I just wanted to get you guys caught up, you know, to date here. I'm kind of loopy today. I'm on a spiritual high trying to get a whole bunch of casting done. So stay magical.